Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800 Extreme to Madison 8 Dreary Metropolis. As we're looking down on, a lot of people, there is once again also one of these resident quests that I would like to do. I'm fastest on a full belly and it sounds like I'm going cheap. What am I? So one of these enigmas, that's good. So we do not need any items or really things like that. What makes a ship go fast when it's full? So I should say the full sail. Do I need to click on the sail maker? I do. Very good. And we get the heat activated CTC grenade. Affects all production buildings. What? Are we setting buildings on fire on purpose here? Chance of fire is reduced. But that's it. Right. Duration is 2 hours. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess I'm going to sell this one. 9,000. It's not even worth that. So that was, something else. We still also have one of these tutorial quests here for the docklands. We should definitely go for another loading wharf, as this one will speed up the delivery time significantly. I'm not doing this because of the quest now, but rather because, of course, it is absolutely useful doing it. Space. Space is, though, one of the primary problems here. I can still squeeze it in nicely there. Right, so getting here another bay out there for the docklands, but that's basically it. I can't do anything else here. It's looking like a convoluted mess, my docklands, but I guess we're still doing fine for this one. Now we're going back to Tombola. In Tombola we have our beautiful caoutchouc plantations now working. This is pretty important. Oh, and there's also once again a bit of a battle over here. But where? Ah, there it is, right? It's Princess Ching. It's very good that they're at war against each other. That basically means we are free to do what we want and she doesn't really focus on us. We can also see this by the amount of ships that are in this channel here, as there's basically no Princess Ching at the moment except for a few single ships. This is a trade ship here, the Royal Galleon. They're just passing through really, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, the coffee production is one of my primary problems at the moment. Also workforce in River of Stars. I think we do have, the fried plantain is working again. So the trade rod is now doing its job, right? It is still alive. There's not that many ships. So Constance the Fourth, sorry, I certainly don't want to be called the fourth or the fifth as a ship. I don't know. It does sound ominous. Whatever happened to my previous ship comrades. And in that case here, we should be seeing some steep increase now for the workforce. No, we don't, because the poncho is also down at the same time. This is a bit frustrating. So we have the poncho downers over here. I'm going ahead. I'm going to build another one, even though, of course, I know the workforce is the bigger problem in this case here. Let's just build them, and I'm also going to, can we boost them? Yeah, we can boost them a bit, right? So we should be getting something in, and I think alpaca wool is full, yes. And let's also, upgrade this warehouse here to a higher level there still, so that it has 4 full ramps now working on it. I mean, just beautiful buildings really, right? Especially the 4th tier for the warehouses. It's just absolutely fantastic looking overall. There you go. So we should be seeing some ponchos coming in again. And as we can see, yes, the workforce is now finally recovering there when the ponchos are coming in too. And for the obreros, we might give them sewing machines actually. Oh, and this one, of course, might also be one of these problems there. Speaking about sewing machines, I do have a couple of trade routes, of course. We could load sewing machines onto them and get us some nice additional bonuses. Yeah, that might be something. Now let's just check the other things that we can do here. And that is for the coffee primarily. I'm already boosting my coffee beans. And as we can see, it's going up. Yep, by how much? By 4 per minute. So we still have a bit of room here to play around with the coffee roasters. They are not boosted. Ooh, but boosting them is painful. I guess 20% we can do. Yes, we can do this just fine, 20%. Even though that is even, also not something I like to do so much. Let's squeeze in a police station here, because we might be seeing some riots due to the increased working conditions. And I would also like to upgrade some of these warehouses. This one here, for example. And obrero-wise, there is another attack coming onto my ships there once more. And there's some loot here. There's some coffee, actually. We lost a battleship. I am now going to remove these battleships from this channel there once again. It's too dangerous.
Ship under attack.
Just way too dangerous. We are going to do something else instead. Some of you have been suggesting this already.
was
What I can do
destroyed.
is, and there is also my clipper destroyed here, probably with,
A
yeah,
competitor's
Princess Ching
island
is out here again a bit.
withstood an attack.
It's just constantly annoying over there. How much does one of my big baddies there cost again? You name it, we're going with the big baddie as my big one. It's 14 though, right? 14 influence is a lot, but they're doing such an amazing job, and I would really like to get one over there. We do need more bricks, and we do need advanced weapons. Advanced weapons, we should have a lot by now, 270 tons. I'm producing so many of them, and we're barely able to build up ships, right? So building up defense is more important in that case. I also need some 10 more influence for another share. There you go, from Princess Ching, so we are at 14. The coffee is still
Gained
a mess, really.
influence bonus.
Coffee is horrible at the moment. I might do a temporary boost if possible. Do we have the coffee unlocked? Nah, we don't. We need we need to import 1,800 chocolate. So I'm not going to do that just yet. What we can do though is we can get rid of the caoutchouc here finally, right? So that's one trade less that we need really. And with that we would have some more resources available for the gold ore, for example. Or what we also need is iron ore. So I'm just going ahead here and I'm going to, yep, because we're also getting pretty low there on steel, I'm getting the iron ore in. Right, so that would be something. Now you may ask, why not trade the steel just right away? Because coal and iron, we only need that for steel. We do need the iron, for example, for, you name it, my can factories, for example, right? So I do need to get this in somehow. Yeah, and this has to change there really. We still have now exactly the amount that we need for one big baddie, right? Yep, and I'm going to use that on the influence on this big baddie. Okay, because I'm that desperate, I'm going to put my battleship on the Fried Plantain trade route for now, because we're constantly losing those ships, and I absolutely need the workforce in River of Stars. Without the Fried Plantain, we're completely busted over there. I just need it really, and for that, I'm going to add the battleship for that. It takes more hits, of course, and it's also being protected by one of my privateer warships. So with that, we have the proper protection. This will definitely work out now. I mean, should I actually say definitely? I'm not entirely sure about that. My flagship, meanwhile, is going to get some advanced weapons now. And some bricks, because we need that. And some steel beams over here to Aurea, because I really want to ruin their day, right? I really want to mess them up here now. So they are no longer able to do this peaceful trading over there. And also, coffee should really be going in though now. Yeah, it's at 80. That's fine. I mean, I think we have quite a lot of coffee in Totenkopf. There it is, 400 tons. I've already readjusted the trade route, so this should be working just fine, right? So with that, hopefully we can upgrade a couple more then soon. And the other thing we should really be focusing on right now is oil. First of all, I'm going to upgrade this oil harbor here now. There you go. And the other thing would be to get the oil trade going on again. We have a cargo ship for that. I do need for the oil, I will need quite a lot of resources, right? So we are going to check this one real quick. I do also need some windows and reinforced concrete and lots of steel beams, especially for my railways then, right? So those are the resources, and let's just have a look. Let's take 100 tons of reinforced concrete, 100 tons of windows, and 100 tons of steel beams. And it's actually we can make 150 tons out of that. Let's get this one really quickly over to the New World via our absolutely not complicated trade route. And I'm just waiting for my flagship now to come in. There it is. And what we are also going to do is not only going to place one big baddie, but I'm also going to move at least some of my cannons to the other side than here, right? Because one big baddie will not be enough. It will pretty easily get destroyed if I'm not cautious enough, and it definitely should be protected by a few normal harbor cannons there as well. We got 24 influence. I'm probably going to use the remaining influence that we have on that. I also need to continue Princess Ching. Eventually I want to purchase out this island there and finally get rid of her. I guess in that case that could work. This battleship is rather destroyed. Get it over to the repair crane. And this one has arrived now. That is such a narrow entrance into Aurea. There you go. There we got the resources. And I can't wait. I can't wait to finally destroy them. There we get the big baddie in all its glory. It's going to have a huge range, right? So no ship will really be able to get out there. And then I'm going to place one of those cannon towers, and I'm also going to build another one. I'm not going to move this. Right, so we will be just building another one here. So we got 2 of them plus the big baddie. That is going to do plenty of damage, really. I can also safely now repair my fisheries there. And hopefully gone are the days when those poor fishermen getting destroyed all the time. Right, it's going to take some time there still to train them. Meanwhile, we can get my flagship to RG, because I might be in for some more items. There's also some oil tankers waiting here. Can't wait to use them. We're definitely going to purchase one instead of building one. And I would also like to sell some advanced weapons, right? Because we got so much of that. 234 tons at this point. I'm not going to use them for the docklands because eventually they will reach 0 then again. But for selling a batch of them, that's just fantastic overall. Now, please tell me that the coffee is finally stable again. It is, so we can go ahead and upgrade some more engineers now to investors. And oh my goodness, we need that influence. Also go ahead with those guys there. There's some artisans here that we can still upgrade. And those. I just take any kind of engineer really and upgrade them. Those guys there, we have the resources. Right. There would be another artisan batch here that we can upgrade. And those guys there. It's the most important thing, of course, obviously here would be getting more investors now. Those guys, so we're at 38 influence with that. We do need to upgrade some more artisans though. Those guys, that's fantastic. I think we've upgraded now all the engineers that we can, right? The next engineers, those guys here, they need electricity. And for that, I will definitely need a bit more oil. But at least we got the influence to be able to purchase more shares. So I would like to go ahead here now with this one. And I think, yeah, we could also take this one. Right, let's do this actually. Because that just gives me so much more income there. We're at 35k and 20 influence we still have. Right, and who needs a fleet anyway? If you can have cannon towers. Look at that. Those guys can still go around it. Because they're cheating once more. Absolutely. Look at that. It's actually outside of the map. They're outside of it. And yet those ships can do this trade route there. I wonder if my ships could do that. I don't think so, to be honest. And yes, this now leads to, yeah, this blockade here being totally useless, is essentially. Because they can still go around that by just getting further out there, outside the map, really. Yeah, or perhaps not. Perhaps that is still possible there. I don't know. It seems to be possible. Yeah, it's a mess. It was worth a try. I guess we're going to keep at least those 2 there for the fishermen, right? But the big baddie, I think I'm going to remove it again from this island because it's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, there's some shots being fired at it. Right, there is actually another ship coming in. And yeah, doing a lot of damage on it.
Your harbor is under attack.
Alright, at least we destroyed something there. But still, the fact remains those trade ships can just safely ignore it. As expected, everybody leaves my battleships alone, right? So they don't dare attacking it here with the privateer warship. So we should be a bit safer there right now. And the trading with River of Stars is happening just fine. With that, we will be able to build another coffee roaster. Let's just have, yeah, one here basically. By that warehouse, we have enough. And I should be able, first of all, to repair those buildings. And I'm going to upgrade a couple more just to get the positive operos. There you go. Right, so that we have an equal workforce once more. And in Tombola, we have the caoutchouc just over there that is working now. And could I get anything else on this island? I guess cocoa. I guess we could make chocolate. I could also build a second rum production at some point. But we don't really need it, to be honest. Okay, it was bound to happen. Princess Ching is actually amassing a bigger fleet. The warship here is gone, right? There is probably no way we can save it. I mean, it has some good items on board. And it was saved. Hooray! Sorry for that, but the trading once again is over for now. As she's just building up more ships then again.
Your harbor is under
Incredible.
attack.
Alright. Oh, and look at that. There was a street missing here for this guy there. About the steel, so my cargo ship is on its way. I mean, we have 400. It is stable. I think another power plant could work, right? I think it could work. Let's just check this one out. I think we are already boosting it by 50% as well. There is unfortunately no item yet that lets me boost those oil refineries, right? I haven't found anything like that yet. It's very hard to get, especially at RG. I don't think he even offers this. I think you need to be very lucky to do that. And unfortunately, we are not. But I would really like to get ahead with more investors. So we're going to do this. We have the church here. And who needs a church, really, if you have a power plant, right? And in that case, we have the first power plant here. And the second we can squeeze in just fine here for this whole area there. It would then work. So let's get rid of the church. We don't really need it anymore since those artisans are going to be upgraded now anytime soon. Let's actually upgrade them now so that the penalties is not so bad, right? I mean, we have the resources. There you go. And I'm just going to build another church then over here somewhere instead of those workers. Right, so let's get rid of them and squeeze in one big church then here in the center of it. And this will make at least those people happy. The workers really do like their churches. There you go. And since we have enough farmer workforce, we'll also continue with a few more upgrades there for the workers. And this one here now is going to be my next power plant. So let's have the building moved. And I guess, yeah, actually we can squeeze it in just safely there. Pretty sure of it. There you go. And then we're going all the way over there to that track system that we have. Going right over there. And here we can just make then those crossings again. Oh, that. Let's build it. Perfect. Here I might actually move this a bit further over so that we can actually squeeze in this building there so we can hide the tracks there better. Right. And what do we do with the power plant here? Hiding it a bit more with some trees, I guess. We could have a little forest right next to it. Right, for now that's fine, but of course there might be something better coming in. And we definitely will need to do more crossings again. I've deleted them. And that's never a good thing. Here. And also definitely here. And here. Just really important. So it will be getting its oil now. And then we can basically upgrade this whole bunch there now too, of these engineers then once they have that. The timer is running out here once more, and with that we can purchase the last share of Princess Ching. So now we would be able to take over her island only if we had 5.5 million credits. We are sitting at 366,000 at the moment, so by far not enough, but it would be possible now. Also, of course, with all these shares we are sitting at 43k, and that is without any propaganda for the money. That is really cool. That is so much money coming in right now. Basically just would have to wait, right? And we can focus just casually on our city building. So in that case here on my electricity, which means now that those engineers have electricity, we have enough resources that there might be some mass upgrading coming in now with all of these new engineers basically ready to be upgraded. While we wait on that, let's go ahead and have a couple more. Oh, yeah, they're hunting down my battleship here. I mean, they're pretty destroyed here. The privateer warship is gone. I'm still going to keep this one alive now, right? So we're still going to keep this trade route active as long as we can, because that's the only option I have right now to keep River of Stars happy. Now these guys probably want a university. Yeah, so if I want to upgrade more, we do need a university in this area somewhere, and let's just do this one here actually, I think, or here. Yeah, I think here is a better bet for this one. So I'm just going to need to move some of my workers. Like these guys here. And we're probably also going to get rid of 2 more farmers there. And then I'm able to do this.
Your ship has returned from its
Another
voyage.
batch of university over there. And by now we should be seeing, yes, lots of engineers that want to become investors. And I'm happy to oblige. Look at that. That is beautiful. Off it goes. And we're boosting ourselves to 84 influence with that. And we still have some bricks left. I'm happy to report. Let's go ahead, upgrade the next match. And these guys here. As long as we have the bricks, I'm totally fine with that. Once again, way too greedy. Once again, we are going to suffer for that because of increased consumption. Let's just go ahead and also change them to the new skin that we want to use. And the same goes for those guys over there, right? And the engineers, let's go. Actually, let's keep them with the red bricks. Fantastic overall. The city is growing nicely. For the farmers, I might just go ahead and add 1 more farmer building over there. Just fine. That will do the job. Alright, 50k income, but of course that will not stay like that because the consumption is now pretty high. But the 101 influence, boy, that's really making me happy a lot there right now. Because with that, we can finally build up more ships, right? With that, we can easily build, yeah, 4 more battleships if we want to. Let's commission the first 2 because I'm eager for that. And I'm also, I think we're having the flagship here still alive. Perfect. We can also now purchase one of these oil tankers. Let's go ahead. Get this one then down to Madison. But look at that, we are down to 50 already, right? So influence is just so rare, especially with those hard settings. We have the money. I would really like to do something here, right? A town hall might be possible now soon. Income from houses is increased. That's always nice. I don't have the town hall monument, but I think we are going to build it. I think that will be fine. So far so good. Stay tuned.